People have taken my silence as an admission of guilt. That is not the case. Mass psychosis is very real. And
Mass psychosis is very real? Dude, you got blown the out.
however, we can rebuild the infrastructural issues with law enforcement and legal processes.
How? He's doing the thing where it's like, my goal is to change the world by being an advocate. I'm gonna be the person to spread the word that things need to be changed. All right, Mamamax posted a new video. So I guess like a little bit of a brief refresher. We talked about Mamamax on the last stream very briefly, but Mamamax was like a pedo catching channel. He made all these videos that were very cinematic and almost kind of what's it called? ARG like. And a lot of big YouTubers vouched for him, you know, saying that he was doing good work. You know, these videos were a little bit excessive, but, you know, there was actual real substance behind it. This guy was catching predators regularly, and he was doing a lot of good for the society. Like, people like Mudahar, you know, were friends with this guy and backed him up. And that reinforced his public perception. That made people put a lot of trust and faith in him. But then the the Camden Gerard Davis allegations came out, and people started finding little inconsistencies in this story when it came to that. This was not only from like Max's side, but also from the person that he picked, Spencer, who told this story. It was found out that like a large portion of the things that were talked about in the supposed events of this cult vampire guy that was a predator, were basically just fan fiction. Like, this person was just making stuff up. I remember the miscarriage thing being brought into question. Like, is it even possible to have that many miscarriages? And since then, like, one of her friends, Spencer's friends, has come forward and like said like, yeah, a lot of the stuff that she told you guys like didn't happen the way that she said. They also said like, when she's not the center of attention, she starts like playing victim really hard. She starts making stuff up about herself being a victim and makes up stories about it because she can't bear to not have the attention on her. Yeah. So it came out exactly, Tavka, that this guy, a lot of the stuff that he posted had no substance behind it. And he also had lied a bunch of times and claimed that he actually had gotten someone arrested, and then it turns out that was completely false. And then he tried to backtrack on it and claim, actually, I never said that I got them arrested. And then he got confronted with that. So he got caught in a lie. He lost just all of his credibility in the public eye. Even like his fans, at this point, I feel like, who is left? Like, who is left? Even his fans know that he fucked up because he was talking about this stuff while it was happening on his Patreon, responding to drama, and he just got completely blown out of the water by critics and drama channels. Like, they just, it wasn't hard for them to do. They just pointed out the inconsistencies and said this guy's like a liar. You know, he's doing this for the wrong reasons. He's not actually helping anyone. Now recently, it was found out that he was working for some sort of like charity or something to help kids in some way, which I feel like most people shouldn't have a problem with. You know, there was no risk of this guy like harming any children or anything like that. He probably just wanted to, you know, actually do something to try to, you know, help in one way or another in real life, now that he's been bragging about how he's catching predators all these years and it turns out he wasn't actually doing that. But yeah, so people found out this charity that he worked for and like got him fired from it, which I feel like is just kind of fucked. Like, he found something to occupy his time. Like, you know, he found a different path that wasn't making fake videos online, and then people just chased him down and chased him out of it. But I don't know. I think that's kind of fucked. I don't agree with that. Charlie was so lucky that Max chose not to destroy him. Yeah, wait. Did Charlie talk about this? That's what blew it up. That's what blew it up in the first place, is that Max was begging That's right. Max was begging all these YouTubers to talk about his story before they even had the chance to look over the story. And he was like trying to guilt trip people into talking about it, being like, well, you talked about this drama, but that's not even important compared to, you know, helping real victims. And he was like trying to guilt trip them into it. Charlie called him out and said, hey, man, I don't appreciate being pressured like this. And that's when people started to really look into the Max thing. And that's how he got fucked over. He got fucked over by his own actions. Max was helping himself to 10K a month via Patreon. That was the extent of his help. Holy shit. He was making 10K plus a month. God damn. What I don't understand is I watched some of that content. Well, I watched people cover it and they pulled up some of Mamamax's old videos. Who is that content for? Because to me, it just comes across as like really, really cringy and try hard, and like it just feels like larpy. You know what I mean? Like it feels like not real at all. It just was really cringe. It's like hard to watch content like that. It's like the virtue signaling and like, I don't know, this moral grandstanding, like he's acting like he's like a hero almost. He has like a hero complex. Just completely unwatchable. And I'm surprised that he had so much support. And I'm also surprised that nobody figured that out sooner, that he wasn't doing shit. He wasn't helping these people at all. Anyways, we're going to watch his 4-minute video, Speaking Up, by Mamamax, aka YouTube's worst predator hunter. Wow, that's a good one, Max. That's a really good one. So he's like self-deprecating. He's self-deprecating.
Guys, I just want to talk. There's a lot
That was so fucking corny. Oh my god.
I have to share with you over the next few uploads. It may be decades before the truth around this case comes to light. And the survivors will speak up when they are ready.
Does he still edit his voice? I know he says he got vocal cord surgery for medical reasons. To me, it's pretty obvious that he was really insecure about his high-pitched voice. But I still feel like I hear like a voice modulator. You know what I mean? He like uses it. He uses the really deep one during his videos, but this one is like, I feel like I can still hear it. It's just more subtle. Like he has it turned down like 2 notches instead of like 12. I couldn't tell you, as I was completely unaware of Max before his ill-advised Charlie call-out. That weird deep voice changer thing should have been an indication that he was insincere, but I guess, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But I would like to start uploading again. Now, you've probably heard a lot of different things about me. Distinguishing between what's real and what's not is a challenge in the year 2024. And it's probably only going to get harder.
Distinguishing between what's real or not is a challenge? Is that how he's opening this? Is that really how he's going to start out the video? Yeah, so guys, I'm sure you've seen some videos about me. There's a lot of fake news around nowadays, you know? There's a lot of lies floating around.
Time goes on. Mass psychosis is
Mass
very
psychosis?
real. And I'm sure you
Wait, is he... Wait, hold
on. Mass psychosis is very real. And
mass psychosis is very real? He's trying to imply that like everyone who's been criticizing him has mass psychosis and they're all just under a spell. They're just falling for some like propaganda, some anti-Mamamax propaganda.
You all can pretty much feel it at this point. Now, people have taken my silence as an admission of guilt. That is not the case. I was simply respecting the wishes of those I was advocating for. But
dude, dude, you got blown the fuck out. How hard is it to just sit down and be like, hey guys, you know, I know, you know, all this stuff happened. I made some mistakes here, here, and here, and I would like to continue making content, but I'm going to take these steps to make sure that, you know, the same stuff doesn't happen again, because I love making videos. I want to go back to making videos, and I'm sorry I'm sorry for all this. I'm sorry this all happened. That would be a perfectly fine, acceptable thing to say. Why are you going back and doubling down? It's going to take decades of 10K per month on Patreon before the truth will finally be out. Yeah.
But I am not the monstrous villain that I've been caricaturized
Dude,
as.
oh my God. It's so obvious at this point, though. It's so obvious that, like, you were exaggerating and lying about things. Like, people have shown the clips to prove it. You got confronted. You got completely blown out. This is not some drama where there's like a little bit of like gray area. This is like a completely black and white, like clear-cut case, I feel like.
I don't care. I don't care who says I'm doing this for money or clout. I have lost that, and I'm still doing this work because it truly matters.
Yeah, Tafka, the way that he's like smiling and yeah, teeth baring, yeah. Very, very odd. Very odd. He seems very uncomfortable.
Because it is very
Oh,
important.
dude, he's got MLK in the background. Who are these people? Is this wait, what is her name? Malila? Wait, who is this girl? I recognize her. I don't know who these two people are. Malia? Is that her name? He has like inspirational like leaders on his walls around him.
Important work. We need to refocus our conversations on future generations that are facing multiple global threats that we are all perpetuating. And there's so much work we have to do to help them. So if you take away...
This is actually crazy. This is insane. I think I've watched people react to this in the background before, but I have not paid full attention to the video yet. I have not sat down and watched this and like listened to what he was saying.
One thing from this channel, let it be this. Crimes against children remains one of the most devastating sources of injustice and suffering for humanity. That is a fact. So yes, absolutely call the police when you have been harmed or your children have been harmed.
So this is one of the things that people were criticizing him for. If I remember correctly, they thought for a while that there were no police reports that had been made by Spencer because they weren't coming up. People did like police report requests at the different police departments that she was giving them, and they weren't coming up, and then she'd say, oh, actually it was at this other PD. But I think that, and I could be wrong on this, so don't quote me on this, I think that people found out that she did in fact make police reports at one point. But so yeah, so people are saying like Mamamax was spreading the narrative that the police are completely unhelpful, the police don't do anything, and that's why, you know, vigilantism needs to, that's why my YouTube channel seeks out to expose these predators, you know. So here he is actually trying to address one criticism, which is, yes, you actually should go to the police if something bad happens to you and not go to a YouTuber, which, yeah, that's the most basic advice ever. Good job.
However, that is just the first step in a very long and difficult process that most victims give up on, and most children go without seeing justice. However, we can rebuild the infrastructural issues with law enforcement and legal processes
How?
to ensure more kids are getting restorative justice that they deserve.
So what steps are your video? What does that have to do with you making videos? Am I like missing something here? Is he saying that he's going to do that? He's going to work with like, he's going to get into politics or something to try to make these changes?
Hopefully one day,
Because he's talking about how he's going to just keep uploading. It doesn't sound like he's doing a career path change, right?
we can prevent crimes from happening to children at all. That is my mission.
So he's doing the thing where it's like, my goal is to change the world by being an advocate. I'm going to be an advocate, and that's going to change the world. I'm going to be the person to spread the word that things need to be changed. Hey, everyone, things need to be changed around here. Things aren't working too well right now. Like, why don't you actually, like, try to get into, like, I don't know, politics? Like, what change exactly is he proposing? I feel like if this is really your goal, that's what you would do. I would like to get to know how the footage of Max volunteering got filmed in the first place and posted on the internet. I didn't even see the footage. I feel like just somebody recognized him and probably filmed him, but yeah, I don't really buy into the propaganda attempt thing. Who knows though? Maybe.
Okay. Because justice is not freely given. It is something we must fight for. And that sucks, because a lot of kids can't fight. They don't even know where to begin. They probably don't even know that a crime is being committed against them most times. Cyber crimes against children continues to rise at an unprecedented scale. And the psychological exploitation of technology will destroy us if we do not correct these patterns. That is my belief.
By making YouTube videos. That's how we're going to correct the patterns, guys. We're going to make YouTube videos and spread the word. We're going to talk about it.
Those who have a voice must speak for those who are voiceless. So with that said, I will see you soon.
So
And a quick one from Obi.
he doubles down, but at the same time, he tries to backtrack on one thing, which is, well, I don't know if this is backtracking. I don't know if he No, he definitely did. He definitely did imply that the police don't have people's best interests in mind when it comes to reporting crimes of this nature. So he did backtrack on that. He said, yes, absolutely, you should go to the police first. But at the same time, he's doubling down, saying, I'm not guilty. This is not a mission of guilt. And then he's also saying, my goal, it's not over yet, guys. I'm going to make a change in the world. I'm going to continue uploading. I'm going to keep uploading videos. Like, what does that do? What does that do? There's nothing wrong, by the way, with continuing to upload videos. But don't act like this is like a step to change the world. Uploading predator catching videos or like exposing predators is not actually taking the steps that you are claiming, which is changing the way that the systems of society work in order to prevent these things from happening. That is not happening when it comes to making YouTube videos. Yeah, I have no idea. Just wondering how it all happened. Wouldn't surprise me if Max was behind it. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like getting fired from an organization like that was like probably not fun and not... He probably wanted to just continue working with that organization for the time being. But yeah. Yeah, again, for the record, like, nobody should have, like, doxed his organization and gotten him fired. That's crazy. That's way too fucking far. I think that, it's honestly a shame that he actually was trying to do something, right? In a small way. And he got tracked down for it, but... I don't know, dude. Just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. How he's like, my videos are going to change things. He's like clearly implying that. Maybe there's some part of that video that I'm misunderstanding, but that's my read. The only possible redemption arc I can see for Max is if he actually gets someone arrested, then makes a video. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Like, you could say like the Alex Rosen thing, right? He was the guy who originally tried to do a predator poacher thing on EDP, and he like messed up the case really badly, right?
This one? No.
Later on in the video, the two guys confronting EDP decide to
So he didn't do a good job, but he learned from that, and he changed his methods in order to actually be effective in what he was trying to do. So he took that negative criticism, he took that backlash, and he turned it into a positive. He took it to heart and actually changed his behaviors because he wanted the outcome that he wanted, and he was receptive to constructive criticism.
call the cops right.
And I feel like that's what Max kind of has to do. But even so, at this point, like this, he messed up one case, kind of. Mamamax just like lied continuously for years in order to get people to, I don't know, I don't know what his motive is. Does he want people to think that he's a good guy? Does he want people to think of him as like a hero? I'm not sure. I find it really bizarre to like lie about the fact that you got someone arrested for being a predator. But anyways, that's the Mamamax update. If you liked the video and you want to watch more, be sure to sub so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching. See you next time.